Introducing the Tigers, an American all-star rugby team made up of the best players in the country. They are led by James Walker, the country's top club rugby sevens coach, who this year led his squad to their second national championship. Now, after exercising command over the game here in the States, Walker has set his sights on tackling more competitive tournaments overseas. Already, the team has competed in South Africa, Fiji, Argentina, and Bora Bora, but their biggest challenge is yet to come. This fall, they will be going head-to-head with the best players on the planet at the 2011 Kenya Safari Sevens. For those new to the sport, Rugby Sevens is the faster, more exciting version of traditional rugby union. The games are 14 minutes long, with only 7 players a side. Less men on the same size field makes the game easier to understand. It's also a recipe for more scoring and bigger hits. This combination of factors has allowed the sport to flourish in the US, and social media has helped youth programs like Elite Rugby sprout up across the nation. The influx of younger fans has essentially turned many of the larger tournaments into festivals. The sport that gave birth to American football now has its very own body paint and cheerleaders. For some tournaments, the party doesn't really get going until the mandatory post-game function, which can often look more like a rock concert. The Tigers, of course, are usually the first team to the reception. Coach Walker knows that with a young team, it's important to have a healthy balance between work and play.
We've got 4 hours of business to take care of. From now until 4:20 when we play in that final, okay? All business. And after that, it's party time. There's a lot of good-looking scenery around here, so I encourage that they go out and have as much of a good time as possible.
I said this is one of the most finest girls I've ever seen in my life. Argentina. This is
Every country offers a new adventure for the team to soak up, and fully experiencing what each culture has to offer is just simply part of what it means to be a Tiger. Favorites so far would include the Island Barbecue Banquet, shark diving, and bungee jumping. The boys have never really had a problem finding a good time, but first and foremost, they play to win, especially since most members of the squad are also on the US national team, the Eagles. This honor means the men represent the country everywhere they go, and always need to be able to handle the press, autographs, fans, and the groupies. Professional rugby in America is on the horizon, and with Sevens returning to the Olympics, the stakes have never been higher for the Tigers. Every American high school and college rugby player now has the chance of becoming an Olympian, which means those at the top of the game have the most to lose. Although there are big things happening with the sport, the Tiger Rugby web series is simply about those who play the game. We will be documenting the adventures of the team both at home and abroad. Stay tuned to Tiger Rugby Tube for exclusive interviews, game summaries, and behind-the-scenes videos from across the globe. We're going to bring you a never-before-seen look at who these men are and what they sacrifice to play the game they love. Matt Hawkins is the captain of the Tigers. He has been a rugger essentially his whole life. His father was his first coach and taught him the game at a young age. Ever since he first started playing, Hawkins has been dreaming about the same goal, and that's to lead his national team to a world championship. This year that dream became a lot more real when he was named captain of the US Eagles Sevens team.
Hawkins now stays on his feet, takes 3 Canadians with him. Took advantage of the home crowd shouting USA and squirts through for the United States try.
As an international rugby player, Matt rarely gets to spend as much time as he'd like with his wife and kids. But Hawkins is determined to prove to his family, his team, and himself that he is the best in the world.
You know, I want my kids to be able to look back and see videos of me and be able to say, wow, you know, that was my dad. He's 50 now, he can hardly walk, but look at him back then, you know. For me, put your ass on the line. Make that extra step, make that extra hit. Put your ass on the line, all right? Because when we're drinking beer 2 nights from now, we can all say that, you know what? I put everything on the table and I left it out there. I deserve this drink.
It's definitely all or nothing with Matt. He wants to be the best at what he does.
I don't do this to go and see the world. I do it to compete against the best and see myself against the best and hopefully be better than the best.
I'm very happy that he is living his dream, and I wouldn't want to come between that at all, because I know later on in life he would just resent me for it if I did. So I'm very happy that he's living his dream.
I'm very lucky. Very, very lucky. There's not a lot of people out there that have that sort of support behind them. So fingers crossed it keeps going.
Yeah.
Although his opportunities on the field are limitless, this year Matt lost his job due to corporate downsizing, and he now has to make one of the hardest decisions of his life. Starting at a new firm to support the family would most likely mean quitting the team he has trained his whole life to play for. However, he's hoping for another option. Reliable sources indicate we may have professional rugby in America by the end of the year. And if that happens, there is no doubt the first two people called will be Matt Hawkins and his fellow Tiger,
Thretton Palamo. Remember that name as you look ahead to 2016 in the Olympics.
We've been watching this young man all weekend long. We may be watching him in Rio de Janeiro in 2016. We may be watching him play football this fall for Utah.
And what a specimen he is. 6'4", 235 pounds, a freshman.
At age 18, he earned a spot on the USA men's national team and became the youngest player in Rugby World Cup history.
I started playing when I was around 16. My father and my brothers played it. It's strong in our family. All three of them, my two brothers and my dad, they played for Samoa, and then my brothers played for the U.S.
Why do Samoans make good rugby players, Thret?
Because they're allowed to hit people for free.
Hard tackle by Palamo.
I'll tell you what, if you're a Mountain West football coach, I would pay attention right now. You're going to see him a bunch.
The star of the Utah rugby team is about to become Kyle Whittingham's secret weapon in the Utes backfield this fall.
It's all foreign to him. He had very little background in football. But pleased with his progress.
I just walked on, threw some pads on, and just learning as I go.
It's weird because for me, like I said, football's so different. It just feels like all 11 of them are coming at me.
Does it surprise you were the leading rusher, though, in the scrimmage today? Does that surprise you?
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah. If he's as good as everyone expects him to be on the gridiron, Palamo may be entering the NFL draft in a few years, which would be the exact same time that everyone expects him to join the U.S. Olympic rugby team. Some coaches have already picked him as the favorite to captain the squad. And although Thretton has worked hard to create an opportunity for himself in professional football, the Olympics changed everything.
Rugby's popularity continues to grow in America, and in October, the International Olympic Committee voted 81-8 in favor of including rugby sevens at the 2016 Olympics in Rio.
Take me back to October 9th of 2009. How big a day was that for rugby?
Terry, is a massive day worldwide for the sport of rugby sevens, and no more so than in the United States. Americans love to play for gold.
Matter of fact, if you go back to 1920 and 1924, the last two times that rugby was part of the schedule, the United States actually won the gold medal. When we head to South America and to Rio de Janeiro, after a 92-year hiatus, the defending gold medalist will actually be the United States.
The Rio Games will be the first time ever that women's rugby will be played at the Olympics. And while the Lady Eagles make history, the men will be defending gold. But before the rugby world goes to Rio, all eyes will be on New Zealand for the 2011 World Cup. Tiger Rugby's own Dolan Paki-Stanford will be there as the official Eagles media correspondent. As an aspiring sports announcer, Paki never misses the chance for an interview, even if there's no microphone available.
Welcome back here, Churchill Cup final. It's an absolute doozy, and we've lost a couple of our spectators. You've been rumoured to have spent the night with a sheep a while back. Is that true?
No, I'm from Australia, not New Zealand, bro. You got that wrong.
Oh, I get those guys confused all the time, you know?
Can't do that.
You can't do this. Okay, well, serious question. You've been compared to a monkey. Standing over here with the speed machine from Arkansas State, Clint Whitler. Tell us a little about yourself, my man.
Clint Whitler. I'm usually called Whitey.
No idea why?
Yeah, I couldn't tell. But,
you're a big fan of the Sun?
I believe so.
Paki is a rugby juggernaut. Besides being the manager for the Tigers, this former U.S. Eagle also coaches the Texans College 7 side, helps run the Tackling Cancer nonprofit, and operates one of the most popular rugby blogs in the world, Paki'sCorner.com.
This is home base. And from there we conquer the world, my friends. Keep the change productions.
It's the man behind the legend.
In his spare time, he's even been known to make an appearance on his wife's popular video blog, The Foodie Girls.
I give you the Maine lobster roll. The Maine lobster roll, we found it. Mmm.
1, 2, 3, 4. Get up, get on up, get up, get on up.
It goes. American football style.
Todd is the captain of the USA Eagles 15s and is without a doubt the most famous American rugby player of all time. His popularity comes with many perks, and Todd was actually invited to hang out on the red carpet with Matt Damon at the Invictus movie premiere. Although he took some time off recently to recover from an injury, Todd is currently 100% and looking forward to dominating the pitch at the World Cup, especially on September 15th, when he will lead the team on the field to take on their biggest nemesis, the Russians. Very few rugby players in the world train harder than Todd Clever, and when he's on the pitch, the man means business.
Oh, and there's a bit of a dust up here. Crowd on their feet.
And whatever you do not try to streak during one of his matches.
Get up, get on up, get up, get on up.
Todd's brother Chris lives in San Diego, but is often in Los Angeles to fulfill his duties as the Tigers' official team entertainment director. It's Chris's job to make sure that the boys always stay classy.
Take me back to the day you decided to first curl the ends of your stash.
Oh.
Is this a direct Tombstone homage? What was your inspiration?
I'll be honest, the inspiration would be Raleigh Fingers, famed pitcher, and the swagger that he had. It just, I think these batters that went up against him, when even looking at him, they knew they were going to strike out. And I think that, that's how I try to live my lifestyle. I'm going to strike you out.
The newest recruit for Tiger Rugby, my fiancée, Katie Clausen.
What? Tiger? Woo!
Peter and Katie Dahl are the ultimate rugby couple. Their mutual love for the game originally brought these two newlyweds together. But Peter will be the first to tell you, being married to a rugby girl can actually be quite dangerous.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult being with a rugby girl. I fear for my life. It's pretty much 24/7. If I'm near anything soft or anything that I can be tackled on, it's pretty much dead set. I'm going to be tackled, headlock, punched.
Thanks for watching our presentation. If you'd like to know more about the team, feel free to contact us through our YouTube mailbox. If you're just a fan of the sport who wants to spread the love of the game, the producers at Tiger Rugby invite you to share this video with anyone you think may enjoy it. We'll leave you today with one of our favorite college rugby coaches, UCSB head coach Kevin Battle.
I think Tiger Rugby represents what rugby is really about, playing at the highest level while fully enjoying yourself. And I think that's what James is. He's created some magic here where you get to enjoy the game, but you also get to play against the best in the world.